بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. For us to achieve anything, we need to ensure we have two things in place. Number one is a clear target, and number two is the path and the way we're going to achieve that target. If any of these two are not there, we're not really going to make much progress. That's why you'd find that the ulama from the Sahaba's time until our time, they have preserved the life stories of their elders, their pious people, their stories, their statements, their a'mal, so that we can use these as measurements, how we can gauge ourselves. How much salah a person will perform, how much nawafil, how much tahajjud, how much sadaqah, how much sawm, how much hajj, how much tawaf, how much dhikr, and stories of the akhlaq, how they manifested their generosity, how they manifested their humility, how they manifested their the good character, how they had the word of the hera. So all of these things, we realize, this is something we can aim for, targets. We have precedent to see what we can achieve. So the first step is actually having that thought, having that aspiration to reach something, to get to somewhere. If you don't have that aspiration, that ambition, then what will you achieve? Nothing. No? You can only say you joined a course. That's your aspiration. I want to be able to, at the end of year 1, be able to understand Arabic. End of year 6, be able to complete all of the hadith. So you have aspiration, you have a goal. The second thing is, we have to know how to get there, have a path, a clear path. If you don't have a clear, measurable path, then sometimes it's very, very difficult to make progress. So the first thing Shaitan will do is try to make sure that you're not even ambitious enough. You don't even have ambition. You don't even have a target. No goal of tilawah, no goal of nafil salah, no goal of nafil fast. I'm saying nafil because obviously I assume the fathers are always going to be intact for all of us. Yes, none of this is nafil umrah, nafil hajj. The first thing is, don't even let this thought come into this person's mind, so that he doesn't even, first step is out of the way. That's the first step. The second step is, if we do make these intentions, we're fortunate enough to read a story, we're fortunate enough to hear a lecture, we're fortunate enough to have inspiration from somebody's actions, we see ourselves. Then the next thing after that Shaitan will do is will not let us have a structured path. Not let us have a structured path. A structured, measurable path. If you don't have this, then you will make progress, but it's easier for Shaitan to mislead us, get us involved in tasweef. What does tasweef mean? From sawfa. What does sawfa mean? Soon. So you take the word sawfa and seen, bab taf'il, sawwafa, to keep saying soon. Because we don't have a target. What am I supposed to achieve today? I need to read Quran today, but I'll miss today, I'll do it tomorrow. So delaying, you keep delaying. The Prophet ﷺ says, halakal musawwifun. Those who keep on saying sawfa, they perish. Do you understand? So sometimes you don't keep saying sawfa, but it happens. It's conscious. So to avoid this, what we need to do is have to have every day something called muhasabah. The ulama have mentioned that this is the key, the backbone to rectification, the backbone to progress. And even if you read, I don't know if any of you read these books, if you read any of these books on self-development, personal development, even all these podcasts and these small little clips and everything, they all have this thing, accountability, targets, all of these things, habits. These are just new words for things that the ulama of the past have already established in different words. If you don't have a daily or weekly or a monthly assessment, you're not going to realize what you're achieving, what you're missing out on. It's very important that we give this importance. What will happen if you say, okay, Ramadan comes, and you say, okay, Ramadan has come, I felt really bad, I don't read the Quran the whole year, so now after Ramadan I need to make sure I do something. What will you do? You will just start 1 day, 2 days, miss 3 days, read 1 day, miss 4 days, and you don't even realize when you stop reading Quran. That's what happened. It's okay, I need to start doing dhikr. I don't do any dhikr. I read the adhkar in the morning, adhkar in the evening. You read it 1 day, 2 days, and it slowly slips away from you, don't know. You have the first target. You say, I got a target. You've reached the first stage, but you're not following up on your target. You just, as and when. If you keep it as and when, very easy for Shaitan to discourage somebody. Like for example, you have a book you're trying to finish off. So you have, okay, this many pages, this many days, So if you do this many pages a day, every day, so now we got an idea that if one day misses, we think I've fallen X amount of pages behind. You understand? So we have a target. Nobody will say, oh, I don't intend on reading Salah ala Nabi, Durood Sharif, on Friday or any day. But say, how much do you do it every day? I don't know, some amount. What is that some amount? You just feel like you're doing something, you don't know how much it is. If you don't set a target and you don't stick to that, you don't do accountability of yourself, what will happen? You don't realize. That's why if any business does not do accounts properly, to the cent, to the penny, they'll make loss. Because they don't know where they're making gain, where they're making loss. Where's profits, where's loss? You have 10 products. You need to know each product, the cost, the sale, shipping, and you realize this product is costing us loss, it's not making us benefit. And you realize there's something that's making us loss. How do you come to know of this? You just not assume, okay, it seems that we're selling. You have details, you have records. So similarly in our life, we need to make sure we keep records. We keep on record, meaning ourselves, do muhasabah of ourselves. That every day, okay, this is what I need to do every day. Am I doing these things or not? And if you don't do this, you don't take accountability of yourself, then what will happen? Shaitan will make you feel as if you're doing a lot. What will happen? You're not really doing a lot. You just do something, bits here and there, and it falls away. I was telling this morning, the students, that once, the first time we had Umar, so we're going from here to Medina Munawwara first. So when we were in Leicester, he said that we're going Medina Munawwara first. So on the way there, we said as much Salah ala Nabi, probably give us a target, I can't remember the target, Salah ala Nabi as possible. Keep a tasbih in your hand and do Salah ala Nabi what is possible. Yes, I was a smarty pants. So I said, no, we don't need tasbih. We just read Salah ala Nabi and remember. You don't need tasbih because tasbih then they can probably show in that or this and that. I had this smarty pants. So then when we were in a bus, when we got to the airport, most of the students had a tasbih in their hand and they were reciting Salah ala Nabi. So I never had one. So he said, are you not reading? I said, yes. I had a smart answer ready in my mind. I said, well, Allah knows how much we read. I don't need to count. That's my very smart answer I have. So then he explained to us, look, the reason that we have this, obviously not Allah is what Alim, He knows everything. But the purpose we do Salah, we keep records. It's not that we can use it as a hujjah against Allah, that look, Allah, I've got my records, I read 100. The reason is what? That we ourselves can remember. That we remember, okay, so the Salah is my hand, I know how much I've read. And he explained further, look, you will think that you've read a lot. You will do 5, 10, 15, 20, and then you forget. If you have it in your hand, that's why some people call the tasbih, the rosary beads, they call it a muzakkara. It's actually there to remind you that, okay, I need to reach 100. When you reach 100, you got a target, I've reached 100. So in everything, what you need to do is you need to make sure you have a target. You say, oh, before I go to bed, I do dhikr. How much dhikr do you really do? You start, and then you get bored and you probably pick up your phone. Or you go to sleep. If you actually have a record, I actually do this much every day. You actually see that I'm getting this much every day. And so some people, again, this is one of the fundamentals and a backbone. What will happen if you start doing, like for example, some people actually recommend keeping a logbook. You know, Abdullah, have all these productivity books, or productivity podcasts that you like. All of these what they have inside, what do they say? They say, keep a record book. If you have a record, you actually see what you're doing every day. You think, okay, I'm going to read a book. So I'll read, you see, oh, I read 5 pages today. And if every day you put that record, it feels as if you feel a sense of achievement, you're getting somewhere. And you know, oh, I missed 2 days this week, so I've got something to miss out. Do the same thing with your tahajjud, with tasbih, with dhikr, salah ala nabi, with tilawa, with nawafil. And then you see, you know what, this is quite poor. Sometimes for many of us, or those of you adults who have phones, there's apps which measure your phone usage. How much you use the phone for each day, how much you use each app for. Then you say, well, Instagram is taking quite a bit of time. What will happen if you don't have records? You will think, alhamdulillah, I'm a bit busy, so I read a quarter juz every day, but it's alhamdulillah. How is quarter juz? 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. You're so happy in your 5 minutes or your 7 minutes or 8 minutes of quarter juz every day, and then you don't even think, well, when you see in front of you, know what, I read a quarter juz every day, which is 5-10 minutes, but I have 25 minutes, half an hour every day on Instagram at night time, then you realize you actually feel guilty. You know what, I'm not actually being productive, I'm wasting my time. Shaitan is making me, so quarter juz is also good. But you realize that, you know what, when I do my accounts of my life, I'm in a great loss. So before Yawmut Taqabun, the day of when people come to realize of their loss, do your accounts today. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala used to say, Hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasabu. Do hisab of yourself before Allah does hisab of you. Because today, in this dunya, you can change everything, adjust everything. On the day of Qiyamah, what will happen? You can't do that. We make a loss in a business product, you feel lost. 1 year we wasted on this product. You feel a loss. Imagine on the day of Qiyamah how much loss we'll feel. So everybody will have hasra. Yawm al-hasra. Why? Because those who did evil will be remorseful on the evil, and those who do good will be remorseful. I could have done more. And we'll be even more remorseful that we think that we thought we were doing good. We were willing to do more. But shaitan may let us deceive us by not taking us hisab. So we thought, yeah, I was doing tilawah. But then we didn't realize that you missed 4 days in a week, you did 3 days. But shaitan only make you reminded the 3 days. And you think, I'm punctual in tilawah. You think, I do dhikr quite a bit. And you realize, you know what? I only do it 10 times a day and after I forget. I have the tasbih in my hand and I think I'm doing a lot and I'm not doing really a lot. And what will happen is that this is one of the most difficult actions. Shaitan will allow you to do nafil, but he won't allow you to do this one action, keeping hisab of yourself. Because if this is in place, what will happen? Everything will fit into place. He will say, well, this takes too much time. Forget it. Try it. I bet you can do all the nawafil and all the other things, but this will be the hardest thing to put into your life. Even though it's not a nafil, it's not ibadah. But because this can rectify this. Imagine you start keeping record of your phone usage. From day one, you start keeping record of your phone usage and you put it in every day. You will, if you have a heart and you have the conscience hereafter, you automatically think, you know what, something's wrong with my life. And if you put a number of minutes used on the phone, and you have next column, you have Salah ala Nabi, you will melt out of shame and embarrassment. I'm spending this much minutes on the phone every day, reading Fulan, watching Fulan's podcast and Fulan's words of wisdom and Fulan's thing, all these other stuff, infotainment. Salah ala Nabi, I don't do anything. Then you really realize what it is to do hisab. And it's very difficult. If you do this will change your life. This is one of the key things in everything. Key to rectification, key to productivity, key to getting more aman in your life. So may Allah give me and all of you tawfiq to do hisab of ourselves before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does hisab of us on the day of Qiyamah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.